Chats with LALIA section, and what this is really about is just us investing some time into telling you about our story, what we do, what we're about. With LALIA is a brand, a business. It's our heart's passion. It's really, like Ryan likes to say it, life, health, movement. Yeah, that's what it's about. And it stands for life and life in abundance. So we try to give you that in every form and serve in every form, and also give everyone the freedom to live exactly like that. Yeah.
Yes. And I am Rita and Jasmine English. I'm part of the health section.
Yes, and I'm Inesh Ramos, and I'm part of the life and movement section. Yeah. I was watching, I think a day or two ago, there's this girl on...
We're talking about...
Lightbird.
Yes.
The girly.
Yes, she only has 2%.
Yes, she was saying specifically that 2% is way more than zero. And oftentimes we get so caught up on the zero. We're just so scared of everything that could happen. And understandably so. Here we do not nullify how you feel. You have every reason to feel how you feel, every reason to justify everything that you're going through. But perspective in life is everything. It's everything. And sometimes that's all you need to do. Like, you were just looking at this one spot this entire time. And when we have a chance to interact, I hope and I always pray that when somebody walks away from me, that they can see the abundance around them, you know. And it's really, I got it from a God viewpoint. You know, human beings look like this. We look here at whatever is in front of us, and then we try to face that thing. But a God viewpoint is from above. And if you look at a map from above, you have the tendency to see more things, right? So that's really the essence of trying to live abundantly, is trying to see everything that we have and not get so caught up on the 0%, because sometimes really it just steals life from you. Yeah,
I agree with that. Like, for example, with my health coaching, what I really want people to leave with from my side is I love what you said about perspective. And instead of them focusing on the zero, like actually seeing that, you know, the 2% is good enough. And for me, it's also to get people to see that maybe you won't ever get to 100%. Maybe you won't ever be able to give your 100% to your health. And that's okay.
Yes.
Because a lot of the times we think that our 100% needs to look like the other person's because they, you know, they gym for maybe 2 hours a day. They have a fixed meal schedule, a fixed meal routine, a fixed meal plan that they have. They don't deal with depression. They don't deal with insecurities. They are just, you know, living the ideal healthy life. They barely get sick. But then we also need to kind of zoom into our own life, our own capacities, like what we are actually able to give, and be real with ourselves about what we're willing to give.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we think we want to look like the next person or have their life, but are we really willing to give what they have given to look that way? Like, are you really willing to gym for that amount of hours? Are you really willing to give up on time spent with your family? Are you really willing to, you know, neglect certain aspects of your life, of your overall wellness, just to focus on a certain element of what you think health should look like or feel like or be like? So it's basically just really helping people be okay with the 2% that they can give, because their 2% in the world's view might be 100% for them, because it's really all that they can give, because of their time, because of their energy levels, because of, you know, their mobility, responsibilities, their work circumstances, and really just getting to a place where you're okay with the percentage that you're able to give and constantly growing in that. That for me is honestly liberation. It's freedom.
It really is. It really is. For me, like, I think that brought that into perspective for me, because I think very physical. I needed a physical example of that. And one day I sat down and I watched Usain Bolt's documentary about his life. And he was, there was a time in his life that he got badly injured and he had to train to become his optimum again. And he was only eating 2 meals a day. Usain Bolt, 2 meals a day. And he was training about 6 to 8 hours every single day on 2 meals. And he was not allowed to go out at night. He was not allowed to party. He had to sleep all the time. And there was times when he made videos and he's like, I'm in the hotel room, I'm awake, I can't sleep, but I can't go anywhere. I'm supposed to just stay here.
Yeah.
And so much of that I could relate to, because like Ryan just said, sometimes we think, oh, I want to be safe. Did you practically sit down and consider everything that he has to do to reach that level? You know, and even when it's not about competing or trying to be like somebody else, look at your own circumstances and see, okay, with what I have, am I doing the best with what I have? And when you are, be proud of it. Be proud. You don't have to think about being like anybody else. Just figure out, if you have lemons, make lemonade. You know, we can't be trying to make Coca-Cola when we don't have the ingredients for that.
True.
You know, so
it looks cool and all, but
it looks dope.
You don't have that.
You could color it black, but it's still gonna taste sour. That's what I think of lemonade. Anyway, it's sour. It's not sweet at all. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's really what we're about, and we're just so passionate about sharing this with you, because something that's important to know also with us is that we love to share where we've been. And hopefully, you know, that brings value to somebody's life. Because so many times we ask questions of, why do I have to go through this thing, or why do I have to go through that? And only when you pass the thing, when it's done, you realize, oh, but you can actually help somebody else that's in the same situation, and you can lead them through it. And that's really what we're about. You know, we've overcome a lot of obstacles, and we still are. But the ones that we've overcome, we'd like to serve in a way to say, you know what, you're gonna be okay. Really, you're gonna be okay.
So what is like the one thing, I love the word help, what is the one thing that you want to help people with, based off of your own journey, but also obviously off the expertise that you have as a life coach, as a movement instructor? What is it that you want to help people with?
I really want to help people get out of their own way. That sounds very stern sometimes, but I was in my own way a lot. And sometimes, you know a person, and you see the person and you're like, wow, this person has so much potential. They're so great. But that person doesn't even believe in themselves. They would barely show up, barely care to even make any effort, because they think they're going to fail. And then that's just sad, because then all of that potential goes straight out the window, and this person doesn't do anything with who they are. And for me, I just want you to be courageous and brave enough to fill your shoes. Just fill them all the way. Even if it looks crazy, even if it seems impossible, you know, I want you to tap into your courage. I want you to be brave. And I want you to stand there and be like, I like purple. And wear purple clothes and purple hair and just don't care. Okay, just leave it all behind. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you have any questions, please comment below, or you can also reach us at our Instagram channels. Mine is Inesh_LALIA and
RG English_.
Yes, or you can look for Life with LALIA or Health with LALIA.
Or with LALIA.
Yes.
See you in our next video.
Ciao.
Bye.